we're live. Today I have the honor of interviewing Eloh Kush, an amazing MC with an impressive discography. His lyrics are socially charged. He drops knowledge philosophically and spiritually. We're going to talk to him about his backgrounds in music, his current discography, what he's working on, and future plans. Let's go ahead and bring him in. There we go.
There I go.
Yeah.
There I is. There I is.
Peace, my brother.
What's good, man?
I'm good,
Peace,
my
G. How you doing?
bro. I'm good.
Well, you can hear me graciously?
Yeah. Good connection, good sound, everything. How you doing, my bro? Thank you so much.
Peace. It's an honor to be here. I did get a new phone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You got that.
Can you hear me
Upgrade.
clear?
Yeah.
Am I very clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Everything's good, man. It's an honor to have you on the Cristopolis show. My bro, your discography is so dope because in addition to it being deep, like you're prolific, multiple albums and projects per year, the content, right? Always a message. It's music with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Philosophically, spiritually, socially, oftentimes all of it combined in one verse. Now, you've been mad busy since 2018. Some singles have come out already in 2024. Can you share anything about what you got coming up next?
Well, I got having peace. Thank you first of all for having me on the platform. I'm trying to get this phone right, man. Let's see if we do it like this.
Trying to get perfect.
See me good? Good?
Yeah.
You see me good? Okay. Question was what I have coming out next. First of all, thank you for having me on the platform. I appreciate it. Appreciate what you do, how you add on for the culture of hip hop. I've been watching a lot of you. Anytime you can't hear me, let me know if you're not loud enough. I'm in the park and just soaking up some sun right now, man.
That's good, man.
But I'm good. Vocally, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been working on a plethora of different things, man. Like forever in album mode, forever in song mode. As a creative, you have a nonstop journey that you're on, and I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm not taking anything for granted. I want to say, before we start, I want to say rest in peace to a couple of my brothers that's in the essence. Cerebral, Meek, love, see Boogie, one love. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't take any of this for granted. I never have, but I'm really on an adulterated mission right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind is focused. So right now, I just released 3 new singles. One entitled Triple A with my Angels Inc. brothers. Equality, which was produced by Clipto from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Young Jedi. That has Napoleon Da Legend, my brother right there.
Yeah.
My brother Invisible Hands from the legendary Science of Life crew. And the other one was, but I have one, two.
Darth Vader, my bro. I got the Darth Vader.
How could I forget about that? Darth Vader is a collaborative release from myself and the legendary producer Soul Messiah. We are working on something with King Kong that I can't wait to share with y'all, man. But I'm in the lab heavy right now. I'm literally just getting out of the studio right now. So I'm soaking up some of these rays,
Yeah, that's dope. Now the AAA is an acronym. Can you share us what the acronym means?
AAA is an acronym for alert at all times. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. It's just wordplay on something that we all familiar with.
Yeah.
You say AAA, you thinking of security. You thinking of like if I'm in trouble, you can be there. When you're in a bad position, AAA is on the way, right?
Yeah.
But that's how my brothers and I are with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like AAA, like alert at all times. I shine, he shine. If he in trouble, I'm there. I'm in trouble, they there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the perspective that we hold for each other.
Yeah. So when we look at your discography, you know, a lot of the discography has been, you know, you work with a specific producer for this album, right? So more often, or at least lately, you've done like, you know, you're working with this producer and you put together the body of work you did with that producer. But the singles that have come out, you've got them with a variety of people. Are those all singles from different upcoming projects? You know, or are you putting together an album with, you know, multiple producers?
Yes, that's done. That's already done. I have that done over 10 times.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a certain surge. You know what I'm saying? But the answer is yes in that, because I am just releasing, like, when you have such a catalog of music that you're sitting on, it's not always album. I don't feel like album time yet, even though I have albums done. You know, what I'm striving to do now is just give the people music content. Just give them music, because that's how I feel. I feel like, oh, this song I'm playing so many times, and I'm doing so much with this song. I love it. Let me share, because the science of life is to give to receive. You know what I mean? So I'm giving my efforts to the universe, because holding it is what? It's doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And these songs, and all 3 songs that I released, Equality, produced by Najee Jordan from Chicago. Also there's dogs and shit running around.
I know that
sure I'm good.
off the leash.
Yo,
that happened to me earlier
Najee
today.
Jordan.
Somebody had their 2 pit bulls. I was like, yo, you can't just have, I don't know them. You know what I'm saying?
And then what's the famous line? Oh, he doesn't bite. No, he don't bite you.
Yeah,
shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tease, what's up, Queen? X9 representatives. But like I was saying, Najee Jordan did Equality. Triple A is done by Najee Jordan from Chicago. Great producer. We have a ton of work together. He produced a song I call A Brief Encounter.
Yeah.
Off of one of my projects, a big single we had together.
Yeah.
Equality is produced by Clipto, my young brother Clipto, Young Jedi. He produced a lot of the Clark Connoisseurs albums with the first 2 and the plethora of my music. Him and I have a whole project together called Live from the Whirlwind that's out streaming right now too. Yeah. It's on my website. Go to elohkush.com. Make sure you get that, man. Sign up for the mailing list. Go get the projects. And Soul Messiah, the cherry on top, man. You know what I'm saying? That is himself and I are doing. We're doing something mega, but he produced that. Great producer, great beat maker, great prefler, great man. Overall, we have a lot of things that is on low simmer, and that's about to turn up the flame. You know what I'm saying? About the inferno. So
these new releases that you just dropped recently in the last several weeks, it's kind of like building up to a really dope 2024 with a lot of things coming.
Absolutely. And in Truth and Square, I'm already in 2026 in creative spot, and that's real. That's not just whatever trying to sound cool. I'm already up the street already. You know what I mean? Like, so, it's a preference. Like, I'm looking forward to August 16th, if I'm not mistaken. We got the date. Clark Connoisseurs 3. Myself and my brother Cerebral on the West Coast. We dropping August 16th. We dropping. We just finished the deal. Yeah, we just finished the vinyl deal with Copenhagen Crates. Ayak, my brother Block on there. What's up, Low Lifes? Ayak. Releasing something actually tomorrow. I had the honor to be on my brother Block's project tomorrow. He's releasing 4th of July. That's coming out. You know what I mean? So that's coming loose. Brother's ultra talented, man. And I got a lot of things coming, bro. Like a lot of features that I've done, people are releasing. So it's all strategic. It's all universal. It's not a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, my bro. Hey, since we got Block right there, and his new joint's dropping tomorrow, can you talk a little bit about the song on the new Block Forever album?
Yo, so the new song is called Jersey Drive. That's right, Block, right? Jersey Drive. Put the name of the song in there, and I'll just tell them about it. So Block is an MC from the Bronx, but we met at the Low Life Cookout in Orlando.
That's dope.
Love and loyalty, and we hit it off. So, my man, sometimes your comrades and your your people that you are family with, you don't meet from the womb. You meet in life and experience. In order to be a carpenter, you can't be around glass makers. You got to travel the earth to see people and to do things. And the universe put Block and my brother Glorious and I together. We was down there. Shout out to Thirsty. Shout out to Sunlow. We was there. We met. We kicked it. We traveling to go get some libation. And he started playing his album to me. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. What album is this? He's like, this is me. I didn't even know he got busy. This is all on our first day meeting each other.
Right.
Our chemistry was so fly. It was like, yo, this song. Oh, I heard the beat. I was like, yo, that song right there is exactly what I need. Jumped on that. We said, as soon as we got back to Jersey, I got back home to Brunswick and went right into the lab. Knocked the song out. It's just about representing each other. It's about love and loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The song basically is about, the protection we have for each other. Like when he's in Jersey, when he's on my side of Jersey, he's ultra good. When I'm in Orlando or I'm in the Bronx, with him on Tremont Avenue, I'm ultra good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's about unification. It's not about any of this black devil or white devil or any confusion. It's about love and loyalty. That's what we striving for.
That's dope. That's dope. That's good, man. Thank you for sharing that. And the energy, I mean, y'all had really just met not that long ago. You're like, you got that energy, and you're going straight into the studio, and it's captured in that song.
The song is, we took that chemistry, because, sound travels at 1,120 feet per second. So the sound that him and I have, like, he was like, yo, just do. I was like, it's already done, beloved. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just know. And when you were the solid person in chemistry, like, they rolled out the red carpet for me down there. They made sure I was ultra good. You know what I'm saying? I made sure. So it's a no-brainer. And then plus it's like when you hear something and you know that it's going to be a monumental thing, you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of something. I was honored and humbled. I got my brother Glorious from the Angel Clan. He did, you know what I'm saying? So it's all in together now, G.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. You mentioned, in early to mid-August, the Clock Connoisseur 3 dropping with Supreme Cerebral. There's 1 and 2 available everywhere, right? Like, people can go stream it. It's dope. In the build-up to this, I used a couple of those songs because it's some fire on those albums, you know what I'm saying? The connection with Supreme Cerebral, because that's your bro. Have you been out here to LA to, work with him? Do y'all work, because he goes out to New York a lot. Talk to us about that special relationship that you have with Supreme Cerebral and the Clock Connoisseur albums, and about your collection, right? Because I know there's got to be a collection.
Yeah. Absolutely. All the first answer to that is all the above. Is like, yes, I go to LA. I got family, a ton of family in California, even before the Clarks. I got family in Compton. I got family in Long Beach. I got family in Carson City. I got family all over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's such a easy. When you talk about chemistry, again, you talk about salutations. You talk about respect, protection. You know what I'm saying? Just like, me and Primo are like day and night, but we still the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see us together. That's my brother for sure. That's my brother in God for sure. You know what I mean? Working with Preem is such a it's like two swordsmen going at it, because he keeps me ultra sharp, because he's one of the most illest MCs I know. You know what I'm saying? And our styles are totally different, but they match and they balance each other out.
Yeah.
I met Preem on tour. This is years ago. I was with my comrade, my brother John Robinson from the legendary Science of Life crew. We was out there on the West Coast with a then company called Water the Plants.
Right.
Big Omar out there. We was out there, and we had went to a show one night after a studio session. We was out there. My brother Preem on there right now. Love you, God. What up with you, G? We went out there to the West Coast, and we was at a show, and we shooting pool. We wasn't even performing. We was just after the studio, and Preem and Aguilar was on stage backflipping. They were somersaulting. You know what I'm saying? Like lyrically getting busy to the point I had to walk to the stage. It was like, damn, son, like son was really crunching it.
Yeah.
So we built a rapport from that, and then once we start, you know, we didn't even do any songs for a while.
Yeah.
We just were talking about life. We were just talking about our love of wallabies. Like he was like, yo, let me see you with Mad Clarks. See, I see you with Clark. Every time I see him,
Oh,
he had
that's
wallows on. That holds
cool.
because we still.
That's dope.
So we, you know, our love for the wallabies is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're not just as you can see, there's not any artist in the culture of hip hop who's ever dedicated the whole science behind the lifestyle of wearing wallabies besides Supreme and myself. And
Yeah.
that's factology.
Yeah.
Now there's been other influencers,
Sure.
Ghost, Ray,
Right.
Wu, Doom, you know what I'm saying? All the Jamaicans, Buju Banton, all the wild ass Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? But there's no artist alive on this planet right now that has 2 full vinyl LPs, 2 full CDs,
Yep.
multiple songs, and the third one dropping. We dropping August 13th. I mean 16th, right? Dropping
Dope.
about the culture of Will and Wallabies. That's me and my brother Supreme, and that's facts, Lord.
That's dope, man. That's dope. It's so beautiful because you respected each other for the skill level, but then you connected within a subset of the overarching hip hop culture. You connected, and then from there built like a whole relationship and classic albums that I think people appreciate all over the world because hip hop's global. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I was in
Yeah.
Japan, when I was in Germany, I was whatever I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ichiban, Eloh, in Japan. I rock the mismatch wallows, and I'm over there in Osaka. You heard?
That's dope.
Word is bond. When I'm in France, I got the two-tone peach. You heard? Word is
Woo.
bond. You know what I'm saying? That's just how
That's good, man.
it go.
And talking about the global nature of hip hop in Japan, you've actually got an album with Buddha Monk. Can you talk to us about how that came together and your travel specifically to Japan? Because it's a special place, right? In this whole hip
Oh
hop
yeah.
thing, it's really dope, that connection that they've had from the very beginning in hip hop and what they've done with fashion and tape culture, right? And all their spin on stuff is really dope. Can you share that with us? Your connection with Japan.
See, this is how the universe works, right? So the same week that we were on tour in California, we left for Japan that week from
Wow.
California, and that's the same week I met Preem. So we bounced from there to Cali, and Buddha Monk and I have actually 2 albums together. You know what I'm saying? So we have 2 albums together. One is entitled Fly Emperor, and then it's Fly Emperor 2. And I'll get to Fly Emperor 2 about. So we went to Japan off of the Fly Emperor album. That was Water the Plant sponsored that. That was myself and my comrade John Robinson. We was over in Japan, and Buddha Monk was there, and it was such a surreal experience from writing, you know, or composing something that I did in my living room or in my room, and now I'm in Shinjuku. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Tokyo, and Buddha Monk again. Hip hop is the universal language that we all have to share.
Yeah.
You know, like Buddha Monk, it's like the Underground Railroad, God. Like, you know, like the carpet was rolled out for us. He was there for us. He took care of us in Tokyo, Shinjuku. I mean, I'm from New Brunswick, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like outside. Now I'm in Japan reading signs that I can't even. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just looks fly.
So, right. So I'm over there, and we had the only regret I have about going to Japan is that I didn't have anyone to film it at the time. Like it was happening so fast. I was living real life with it, and I didn't care about filming. We were just enjoying life over there, and the creativity. I mean, when over there, hip hop is like the early '90s right now. World is bond. It's like '94 over there, but they're superiorly advanced over there. You know what I'm saying? And they truly love our culture. They love the culture, and they treat the culture with a sense of regard and respect that I don't see out here anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like this in the '80s and '90s, but But over there, it's such a, I mean, I didn't want to come back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to come back home, man. The cities, shout out to Osaka, Nakano, Shinjuku, Tokyo, all the cities we did out there, man. Buddha and all the brothers, Ilsugi out there, Heavy 6-0. So we toured out there extensively. So many finals, so much, everything. It was just such a, yo, you know, what part of Cali are you in right now?
I'm in LA. I'm downtown LA.
Well, so if you've never been to Japan,
Nah.
Osaka's like Beverly Hills. World is
Okay.
bond. I mean, it's like Gucci, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's dope though. You know what I mean? Like, it's dope.
Yeah.
And just the appreciation for life culture, let alone hip hop, was almost like having a mental explosion. Like, you know, they treated us with extreme love and appreciated it. And even in the crowd, when people didn't understand English, they understood hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was and
when they
we were
did
supposed
understand English, they understood hip hop.
Fly Emperor Part 1 sold out over there. We shout out to Jazzy Sport, shout out to Buddha Monk. So we came back. We started working on Fly Emperor 2.
Yeah.
So this is 2017. Started working on Fly Emperor 2, getting ready to go. It comes out, boom, the pandemic hits. So we had to cancel the tour. We couldn't go over there. So, but we going back though.
Yeah.
This year.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Thank you for taking us on that journey through your experience. You know, have you had the opportunity to perform in Europe?
Yes. London, Germany, France. I think that's about it. I think there's a couple other spots I'm forgetting, but those spots come to my mind instantaneously.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paris.
So many,
shout out to France. Shout out to London. Shout out to what's his name? Lewis Parker over there. You know what I'm saying? World is bond.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that in Europe and Japan, they embrace hip hop and specifically underground hip hop in such a dope way where they will, you know, there's so many artists to go out and they tour out there. They make serious sales and merch and really build whole careers off of that. You know, what was you know, the feeling between performing stateside in Europe and Japan? Can you tell us the differences of like the different areas?
Well, I would say it's night and day in certain areas, right? Out here, especially like on the East Coast, right? New York, Jersey, especially Jersey, like out here.
Yeah.
You could be rocking on the mic and they like this, everybody like this. Just screw face you.
Yeah.
You get off stage. They come up to you, yo, that shit was crazy. They'll give you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not everybody, but the majority, they love the show, but they're just not, they're listening because this is a lyricism side of the planet. They listen like, yo, every person in the crowd is an MC, so they like, yo, I'm listening to see if you really up the cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then when you're done doing what you do, they come up to you, boom, 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 give you that love. You know what I'm saying? Like, and overseas in New York, Seattle, it's all different. It's different energy, but overseas for sure, it's like a mosh pit. They don't even know, but they love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's about how you do. It's, you know, they deal with supreme equality. At least in my experiences, it's like, yo, if you give that 3,000%, you'll get that 3,000% back. You know what I'm saying? And there's, you know, we are exports. You know what I'm saying? When we go to these different places,
that's right.
This is, you know, the culture is born and raised here, but it's universal. It's everywhere. But so when you really come out and you're a real representative of the boom bap, or you have a true message, what you're saying, it's undeniable. You just got to go be yourself. You got to do what you got to do. You know.
That's dope. That's dope. In your music, there's always a message. You make music with purpose. You know, and often it's social. There's a lot of spiritual knowledge of self, knowledge of life, philosophical knowledge too. Can can you share with us like your own journey as a human, like when you started becoming that way, right? Because hip hop is so broad now that you've got like, you know, a pop version of hip hop, completely commercial, right? Then you've got like stuff that's super lyrical, but it's not necessarily knowledge. But then you actually drop knowledge, right? You're
Yes.
dropping, you know, information, you're dropping technology. You know what I'm saying? Can you talk to us about your own journey as a person, like where you began to become like that and kind of what led you down that rabbit hole, and then later on it's reflected into your music?
It's my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? My science of life, my culture, my way of life, just certain things, you know. I'm an avid book reader. I'm addicted to knowledge, so I read consistently. We were taught to read. We were taught to, you know, expression. We were taught to, you know, artistry. You know what I'm saying? My first love is jazz. I was, you know, playing jazz first
That's dope.
and playing an instrument. You know what I'm saying? But the journey right now for knowledge for me is always has always been. It's my way of life. It's not something new. You know what I mean? Like they have this new I guess this new saying is called conscious community, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. Whatever. But it's trendy. But also in the science of it being trendy, right? You're gonna have to open some of these books, right? And then eventually you're gonna open this eye, and you're gonna really see things. So once you go down that path, you can't turn back. So it's all good. But for this is how we've always been. You could trace me, if you know me. We've been like this forever. This is who I. It's not a flaw. It's not a mask. It's not any of that. This is my way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm consumed by knowledge. I'm addicted to knowledge. I love teaching. I love being taught. I think that what we lose as an adult, I think we lose key to seeing ourselves other places. And when we were young, what we call that the imagination. So you got to see yourself in places that you're not yet. You know what I'm saying? And manifest that. You know what I mean? And that's what knowledge did for me. That's what comic books did for me. I started off reading comic books. I started off reading a plethora of Marvel and DC books. I started off reading Conan novels, or those love novels at Bradley's and Caldors and Pathmark, A&P and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then my knowledge, when I start to consume so many books and comic books, then I would start getting heavier books by, you know, like all types of information. I can just go on and on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I am with it.
No, I thank you for sharing that, man. You know, for me, I had a similar journey where like I fell in love with comic books. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like I really developed the skill set of this. It's like a stamina to be able to read like more and more and more, to where like you're not intimidated by the size of a book. You care about the knowledge in the book. You know what I'm saying?
And the vocabulary, and the new vocabulary gets and the new vocabulary gets all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like your vocabulary, from my vocabulary from reading comic books. Well, I'll say yes, because we had to learn how we learned different things before comic books, but comic book vocabulary, you have to sometimes, you know, they're writing, so sometimes you gotta open up a book like a definitionary and look at it like, oh, okay, that's what Professor X meant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you know, Marvel Man or Iron Cage or whatever you're reading, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really cerebral, you know?
Yeah, that's really dope. The you know, just to ask the question, who was your favorite comic book character coming up?
Growing up?
Yeah.
Sheesh. I will have to say it has to be one, or it has to be. Can I?
Probably not gonna be one. It's probably gonna be two or three. I had a couple. Like it changed a little bit.
I would definitely say Luke Cage, because of the realness, the relatability to him, and to see someone that has my same skin hue, that's not put in a negative light. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Forever Wolverine, forever the X-Men entirely.
Yeah.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say Batman and Spider-Man. I know I only had three. I have to
Yeah,
throw them together.
yeah, no, it's
But
all
yeah,
good. Yeah,
and Sunspot from the New Mutants.
that's dope.
Sunspot from the New Mutants because his power was fly. He was from Brazil. He was original. He was from Brazil, and he had the power of the sun. So they're only talking about the melanin right there, guys. So that's what I got. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's
dope.
relatable.
Now, going on into like larger format books, is there a couple of books that you say had a big impact on you more so than others?
Absolutely. Um, um, see, this is the same. This is the same science as comic books, man. There's so many. But I
Yeah,
would say, if you give me a couple, give me a couple. I'll name a couple.
for sure.
The Message to the Black Man, um, by Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Yes.
changed my life. Eat to Live, Not Live to Eat, by one book, 1 and 2. The Holy Tablets by Dr. Malachi Z. York. This particular book in that is called The Mind. Um, I'm drawing the blank because I got so many books. I'm trying to see what put me on the path. Anthony Brother from the Broader File. Excellent, like a powerful book. The Broader File is like a powerful
Yeah.
book. Supreme Mathematics. Anything by the Honorable Noble Drew Ali. His book, Circle Number 7. Those books. And but there's, besides information, there's like a ton of books I like to just enjoy reading. Like I enjoy reading Eric Jerome Dickey novels, books by Sister Soldier. There's all the different types of. I just read. I'm an addict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I read everything. But
Yeah.
the books of today that I can say that's really influential into my steps today. Even though I read each of these books like 10 times. The Four Agreements.
Yeah.
The Alchemist.
Yeah.
So many books, man. Like so many
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
many
for
books.
sharing that. You touched on so many gems there. I remember the scrolls by Malachi Z. York. Those were heavy. Like in the late '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't. I'm from DC originally. You couldn't go up to New York and not come back with some scrolls. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
and the amount of knowledge, regardless of what you believe, that was in those scrolls was phenomenal. And then also Eat to Live. Like I actually just read that this past fall. I lost some weight. I lost about 30 or 40 pounds, and that book was critical in my own journey because he talks about eating once a day, and I was doing that. So you're like
Absolutely.
you're hitting on knowledge that I've been using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
Oh,
You got an
one other
album.
book.
Yeah, tell us.
Go
Share,
ahead.
please.
One other book. The Secret Relations Between Blacks and Jews by Elijah Muhammad is up. You know what I'm saying? That book blew my mind. I think Farrakhan wrote that. Minister Farrakhan. I think he wrote that. I'm not sure. But and the other thing I want to say about the scrolls, everything that the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, taught is happening right now. Everything. Everything we would call crazy about the early 90s and pushed to the side, those things are manifesting right now. Every single one. Pick a scroll, open a scroll, right now it's taking place. So I just wanted to say that. Well, I'm ready. I'm back on with you.
Yeah, nah, thank you. Not to go too off topic and not to go too deep into anything that you don't want recorded, you know what I'm saying? But is there anything
No, everything is whatever.
Yeah, thank you,
We in the
brother.
age of information.
Hey.
I don't duck for nothing, yo. I don't duck for shit. I'm on it. Whatever.
Speaking about, things that are happening now that we're talking about then, is there, a couple of things that you could point out, like this stuff was talked about and now it's happening?
the vaccination program, the space station program, the arrival of different visitors. Part of the train is going through. Y'all can hear it.
We're live. We know this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We here.
Yeah. The visitors, the UFO program that's being revealed. They're revealing that there are visitors from your government. The government saying such. The science of currency change. How money was going to be X'd out now. And everything's digital currency right now. The fall of Babylon, the change, everything is a prefla. Anything that was said, even the science of getting the chip in your hand. At the time, we thought it was, how it was explained to some people. They thought it was like, actually putting a microchip in your hand.
Yeah.
Well, the microchip that they were referring to is the cell phone.
Yeah.
Where's the cell phone every day? In someone's hand. It's
People
20,
can't go anywhere without their phone without having a panic attack.
Absolutely, and it has all the information directly in the phone. So you have all your information like a chip. It's in your phone. So that type of information, that high science, these things that people called him crazy, called, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
yeah, that's dope, man. Thank you for sharing that. You got an album called The Adept, and you got a song in there called The Ubermensch, and you expand a lot on the teachings of a very powerful mind
Nietzsche.
of the late 1800s, right, which is Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah.
I love
Friedrich Nietzsche.
I like Nietzsche a lot. Can you talk to us about the impact that specific thinker's had on your life?
Nietzsche has he's a great philosopher. Ahead of his time, right on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, reading Nietzsche has a profound effect on me in perspective of different things. It just adds on to the perspective that I already had. However, the science of the Ubermensch or the Superman, it's all it is. It's about truly where see a lot of people hear Nietzsche and they think they associate him with Nazis or they associate him with Hitler.
Hijack the whole Nietzsche brand.
Exactly. So it's the same science of how the swastika is hijacked by Hitler and the German SS, because the swastika is not an evil thing. It's a chakra. It's a spinning chakra. It goes like this. So the science of a swastika just means that's an unstoppable force. So that's what they use to go roll over everything, and they did. They mashed out a lot of shit, but inhumane things they've done too. But the science of what they use the term for, just like how a lot of people use the term Illuminati, like it's a bad thing. It's people or persons that use the situation, that the way that it's used in the perspective of other people that have it. But the Ubermensch is a description of the Superman, the superior self. And that's what I strive to continuously put forth. I fall short sometimes, but I get up. I take another step towards it. You know what I'm saying? And Nietzsche talks about that, staring into the abyss and eliminating fear, walking the razor's edge. Are you who you say you are? When you say you are to the universe, and the universe will show and prove to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play the games and saying I am, because that's the most powerful affirmation. I am. And whatever you put after that is what you conjure and manifest. So Ubermensch teaches that type of science too. Strive to be the superior man.
That's dope, man. That's dope. We've spent some time talking about books and the impact of ideas and on ourselves and in your music. But you actually wrote a book. You're an author. Your book's available online, Amazon, everywhere books are sold. Can you share with us a little bit about your book?
Yeah. I wrote a collection of short essays and poems entitled A Few Dayz in the County Maze. And the purpose of that book was to disrupt the school to prison pipeline.
Mm.
But in creation of it at the time, I had no idea that was going to come out of me. I was inside the penal system, and I had went there not for anything irregular, but just for standing on square and fighting for our rights and fighting for my liberties. So I got a short stay there, and as a creative, you know, I've been recording music since I was 12, 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now inside of the building where they stifle and kill your creativity and your mind, it's like, yo, what am I going to do as a creative? I'm dying. I need to, you know. So I took some paper and I just started writing what I felt, you know,
Wow.
to make the day go past. And I purposely left grammatical errors in there. If you ever been inside the penal system, there's a certain paper they don't have lines like the loose leaves and stuff like that. So I was writing the poems like this, without margin and space. And I purposely left grammatical errors and things of such because without punctuation, because I wanted you to feel the experience. How do children, or especially children, they learn through experience? They don't learn through saying, "Don't do this," because what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're going to
go do that. Yep.
So I figure if I can give my experiences, share some of my thoughts, ideas, time in there, and I got together when I was released. I got together with one of my good friends and a great illustrator named Will Swink, who did all the artwork and the cover for the book. Will Swink is a great artist who I met on tour in Maine and Boston when I was on the Revelation tour with my brother John Robinson.
Yeah.
We was on tour up there in Maine and had a crazy show in Boston. He was like, we was wild, he's buying us drinks afterwards, and we were just, you know, like I said, hip hop is a universal language, man, and we became great friends. I got out, called him one day, and he was just like, yo, got this art I'm just sitting on. I sent him the book. He sent me the artwork as I was sending him just like poems, and it matched perfectly for each poem. It was like, wow.
Right.
So his artwork,
there was like a moment
so
that was supposed to happen. It like came together.
So when you get this book, my book, whether it's from Amazon, whether it's from Barnes and Noble, whether it's from at elohkush.com, and that's the only place you're gonna get a signed copy from is elohkush.com. You'll see me live at the merch table. The science of it is that, yo, we put something together that's gonna disrupt the school to prison pipeline, or something for the people to pass on, and purposely made it to look like a coloring book. If you see the book itself, it looks like a children's book. So it draws you to the book. And in that nature, you can then understand, like, all right, so through experiences, let me tell my child about this. Or let me tell my teenager about this. So that, you know, so something I'm very proud of.
Yeah, man. That's dope. Thank you for sharing that experience, and you turn that into something incredibly have a big impact on, you know, future generations. That's really, really good. Yeah. So out in New Jersey, New Brunswick, you're part of a crew called the Fallen Angels. Can you talk to us about your crew? Yeah.
So the Fallen Angels is the original crew. That's when it was about. It was a lot of us. It was deep. It was a lot of us. That was the crew at the time. We were just a street crew, family, hip hop involved, you know, just life, going places, doing things. Grimy 90s, surviving that. Fair ones at Skate 22, wilding out at Club Speed, surviving these different things, Hunker Bunker, all this shit. But can you hear me clear still? Because it's like kind of music.
Nah, I can hear you. You're good.
But when we released our first album called The First Descent, was all of us, the Fallen Angels. That is myself, Kush, Jah the Gift, who's now Gifty the God, Lord's Son, Glorious, Jabatan, Solstice, Caribbean, Yasin, Unam, Big Scythe, you know what I'm saying? Breath of other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
a lot of talent
once we start, so once we started getting actually serious about the business side of the things. And we started calling ourselves Angels Incorporated. So that's the crew now. Angels I Now See. It's the acronym. So we started doing business there. So now, even though all those brothers are still part of the Angel clan, it is Giphy the God, Glorious, Jabatan, myself, Lord Son, and we are on the front line of this thing. And Dead on Stairs, my brother Stairs. We're on the front line. But the other brothers are still involved, but we are just on the front line right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's dope. Yeah, and you see it when you look at your discography, you see a lot of these names. You are all working hard, collaborating.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's dope. When people go to elohkush.com, one of the things I think that they're going to find that's unique is that along with what you expect, press, bio, videos, music, you've got a section called knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like in that section, you break down some books and you're kind of like making sure that that's a big part of it for you. Can you talk to us about how that plays such an intrinsic role in the way you see hip hop and hip hop culture?
Well, you know, knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. Knowledge is also one of the pillars of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You have all these different, you have hip and hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip is to be in the know of. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip to what you're doing. Yeah. Hop is the motion. That's break dance. That's the understanding. That's the action. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is part of it, and knowledge is part of the hip hop pillars. So, I do that because that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come to elohkush.com, and y'all can all go to elohkush.com right now, make sure you sign up for the mailing list. That's so important. Join the mailing list. Yeah. The universal law in life is to give to receive, right? So I figure out of all these people in the world, all these things in the world, all these places you could be online, you stopped at elohkush.com. You're surfing through the pages. My way to give back to you is that I give a free book away every month when you sign up to the mailing list. I give a free, or I give you the book of the month. You know what I'm saying? I give you a PDF or a suggestion every month. So that's my way of giving back. So I give to receive.
That's beautiful. That's dope. That's dope. Right now in hip hop, you know, like we're going through very much, I believe, a renaissance where there's so much talent, right? Like the tools that we have through, you know, social media, the internet, platforms of distribution, and then also the ability for artists to print their own vinyl, tapes, merch, travel, connect directly with audiences. We're truly in an era that's unique, and then that combined with the home studio has created this thing that's very similar to the early and mid 90s, where you had so much talent, right? Really dope music. You're a part of that. You know, you're a part of this wave of this renaissance of incredible lyricists making really dope, unfiltered music. You've collaborated with a lot of the people already that are, you know, a part of this also. We talked about Supreme Cerebral, Buddha Monk. You've worked with other people, right? Napoleon Da Legend, we were talking about that earlier. Planet Asia, Elder Sensei, right? Giaio Point. I mean, the list goes on and on of the people you've already collaborated with. With all of this talent out there, are there any producers or MCs that you haven't had a chance to collaborate with yet that you'd like to collaborate with?
Yeah, there's a plethora. That's a elongated answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a ton of MCs I haven't worked with, but we're working together. We just haven't been, we didn't manifest it yet. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen and had the because I'm not just, unless it's a feature, unless it's a paid feature, I'm not, you know, I'm not rushing towards anyone to say, let's do a song. I have to, I'm the type of brother, like, we have to build, like, we have to talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about things, like, because even though, and I have a ton of family and friends, like, you know, MCs in here that I know, but we don't have songs together because it's not that time, you know what I'm saying? So it's not always a rush to do that. It has to be right time, right place, right mindset. We have to be in the same frequency because music is forever, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with producers. It's the same science. When it's, you know, I have in-house producers, you know,
Yeah.
Clipto, Invisible Hands, Joel's White, Drunk with Duck, the great Ray West, my brother Ray West. There's a whole, you know, there's so many, and I'm forgetting a lot of producers, but there's so many.
Right.
But it's all in timing when we do these things. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is my career. It's not a hobby.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'm not rushing to do anything. We have time, or we don't have time. But it's still even like for me, a collaboration is acknowledgement. Like, yo, you do your thing, brother.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I show up at one of these shows, like, yo, you murdered, or I see them in the crowd, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
that's a collaboration to me too. You know?
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's beautiful. When we first opened up, we talked about, you know, the singles you recently dropped, Equality, AAA, Darth Vader. You also shared with us that you've got the Clark Connoisseurs 3 dropping in August.
Trifecta Kid.
Yeah. And you share with us a little bit about other projects coming up, right? As we start to wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share with people, and how can people best connect with you?
Oh man, I just continuously say peace to the people, thank you to the people, because without you, I don't necessarily eat without the you know, the supporters. You know what I'm saying? I'm an indie artist. I literally my life is molded after the great jazz musicians, being an independent artist, having my own record company, having my own, you know. So I literally live single to single, song to song, source to source, show to show, like the great jazz musicians. I would like to say, you know, support great indie artists in all platforms, whatever it is. Whether it's this platform, support this platform. Whether it's my brother Block, who's dropping tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, dropping July 4th, dropping a missile. Support that, tap into him. August 16th, we releasing Clark Connoisseurs 3. Supreme Cerebral, Eloh Kush, Clipto. Joel's White is on there. Pref Love, dope guests on there. You know what I'm saying? Support that. See me on stage at the merch table. You're gonna get some jewels that's not on here. A lot of records that I have, like for instance, there's a record that is strictly on my website. It's called Theme Music for Alpha Male Scorpios.
I saw that joint, and then when I looked on I looked on Spotify for it. I was like, this joint only on here. Theme music for Alpha Male Scorpio.
Absolutely, G. You know what I'm saying? That shows me the supporters. You know, every time I get that, I get an email like, oh, such and such supported. You know, and that's love. That's how I know you're doing it. Streaming is cool, but nah, like stream, but also support the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, purchase something, send a donation. Even if you don't buy the album, you know, on my streaming, on my Spotify, you can stream any album I got, or some of them. But there's also a thing in there to leave a donation. Leave a donation. Leave a donation. You know what I'm saying? And that in turn helps me to help continue the journey that I'm on, and do these different things, man. So I would like to say, also keep your mind focused on supporting the things that matter to you, whether I'm not a part of that equation or not. Support what supports you, support what relates to you, and then sometimes go outside of that box and get what doesn't relate to you and support that as well too. That's what life is, experiences.
Yeah. My bro, thank you so much. Your discography is dope. You talk about things in a way that, you know, is not as common as I wish it was. You know, you're dropping jewels and you're dropping information that people aren't talking about. And even just this conversation with you, man, you dropped so many gems. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the interview. And I look forward to running it back sometime.
Yo, brother, I would like, before I go, give me a couple more seconds. I'd like to say thank you for having me on this platform, which again, you're showing, improving, and manifesting to the ways that, yo, you don't need Hot 97 or 107 The Beat or whatever the hell's going on. You are the culture. You are the platforms. We just need to tap into brothers like yourself and other great platforms. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for you and other people that add on to the culture. Just because you may or may not be an MC, you are still of the culture. I like to say to the people, go to elohkush.com. That's ELOHKUSH.com. Sign up for the mailing list. Join the mailing list. Stream the new singles. Darth Vader, Triple A, Equality. Plenty of new music on the way. I appreciate y'all sharing y'all things. Block dropping a bomb tomorrow, July 4th. I'm a part of that project. And rest in peace to Parkside Rail. Rest in peace to Corey Brown, aka C Boogie, 169 Fulton Street, Wild Guns with Kids. Rest in peace to Ramik from the projects. Love you, family. Rest in peace to my Aunt Cynthia. Rest in peace to my Nana and all the other people that's in the essence right now that we lost. And rest in peace to Tasha, too. She just lost her life. She was a great, great herbalist, and she's a great person, too. So rest in peace to her. And strive to find your purpose, people, and live in that purpose. And I'm going to leave you like that.
That's good, man. Thank you so much, my bro. I'll build with you again.
Thank you, family. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
One.